Grand Rising everyone, this is Eldad Amara. I'm going to jump straight into this video. Shadow banning. Have you ever heard of such a term as shadow banning? There are lots of social media platforms, they want to say no, they don't do anything called shadow banning. And I've got evidence here to suggest that they do shadow banning. But why would they do this? And to whom are they doing it to? What sorts of content creators are they doing this to? You check this out. They want to turn around and tell people like myself that we're being paranoid and that there's no such thing as shadow banning. And they have all their so-called trainers on their stations trying to divert away from the fact that they want to say there is no such thing as shadow banning when there is. If the general public doesn't start supporting their content creators, eventually these people are going to get removed from these platforms. There's a lot of people out there that's trying to help people and trying to make them aware of certain things that's going on in society. Now these companies, they don't want that information out there. They'd rather keep people in the dark as to what is going on in society. They want to try and control people. They want to try and keep people in fear. And this is the main reason why they don't want certain information getting out there. Because if people start waking up, then the game is over for them. That's the people at the top, the higher ups, or some people call them the elite. What they want to do is try and keep people on a lower vibration, on a lower frequency. And how do they do this? Through fear and control. They don't want certain people waking up others. In Britain, should I say, in 2024, King Charles gave the royal assent, right? Gave the royal assent for censorship on social media. What was this act called? The Online Safety Bill. The Online Safety Bill, which has now become law. This means that these people can snoop more into what other people are doing and saying on the social media platforms and to remove them. They talk about the Online Safety Bill is directed mainly at young people and protecting young people and protecting children. But this act is much more, how would I call it, clandestine than what they're trying to make it out to be. Because not only is it there, so said, to protect young people and to prevent abuse, but it's also there to monitor other people who may be trying to wake up the general public as to what is going on in society. So what they do things such as shadow banning. Shadow banning can be a number of things, such as preventing subscribers who subscribe to a certain person's channel from getting notification that the videos are out. They pull down comments made by certain people who are following these content creators. What else do? They show the videos to only a limited few people instead of sharing the videos to a wider audience. They're doing things like that. Even clandestine tactics, such as doing things such as when it comes to advertisements. What do? They drop in an advert in a critical point or a key point in a video, and then they hope that people will switch off from the channel. All these like little tactics. So yes, there is such a thing as shadow banning, and if people don't start supporting their content creators, eventually there'll be no channels for you to be able to watch. Because and some of these other platforms, they're taking down. Some of these platforms, they're taking down X amount of videos per week. They're removing X amounts of channels per week. And if they're not actually removing the channels, they're preventing viewership. They're preventing people from seeing other people's content, their videos that they've been putting out, especially if it's videos that's waking up the general public, because they want to keep the public's eyes wide shut when their eyes should be wide open. And I'll say that again, they want to keep people's eyes wide shut when their eyes should be wide open. They want to give people bread and circuses, keep them appeased, keep them interested in entertainment, keep them interested in sports, keep them interested in things such as music, anything that they can do except to wake up the public. There's some people out there that are going to say, people such as myself, content creators, who are also, they're going to say people like me, who are content creators, are people who are off our heads. And that what we're putting out is a load of rubbish when we're trying to wake people up as to what's going on in society. They call people like me the discontented, people who are starting to wake people up who are sleeping as to what is really going on in this matrix, in this system. We're trying to put out love. We're trying to put out understanding. We are trying to make people aware of certain things that's going on in society, which is keeping people in a prison. We want to try and free people's minds, trying to make people realize that, yes, you can have control of your own narratives. You can have control of your own lives. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? The higher ups don't want that. They want you to stay within their confines. They want you to stay within their boxes. And I say again, they give the people bread and circuses. There's a famous quote by a poet, a Roman poet by the name of Juvenal. Give the people bread and circuses. Keep them distracted whilst they're doing something over there. They want your minds over here. People out there, you need to support your creators, your social content creators. If you don't, then I believe many will be off of these social media channels by the end of 2025. I wouldn't be surprised if they start getting people off the channels before then. Now I'm going to read out something to you. Shadow banning. I ask Copilot, is there such thing as shadow banning on social media? And this was the response. Certainly. A shadow ban on social media refers to a situation where users' account is silenced or restricted without receiving any official notification. Here are the key points about shadow banning. There's 4 points here. Number 1, definition. A shadow ban occurs when your posts, comments, or activities are hidden or obscured from other users. You might stop showing up in searches, experience a drop in engagement, or find that your content doesn't appear in followers' feeds. Importantly, there is no explicit notification about being shadow banned, making it challenging to appeal or fix. Number 2, causes. While platforms deny the existence of shadow bans, and I'll say that again, cause. Whilst platforms deny the existence of shadow bans, some users believe they happen due to actions and moderations or administrations aren't happy with. It's like a quiet, stealthy silencing by social media networks. Higher ups. So again, higher ups. By social media network higher ups. I keep telling you about this upper echelon in society. They have their agendas. They have their agendas, and they don't want people waking up other people as to what's going on in the world, what's going on in society. The people who are trying to wake other people up, they're not doing anything wrong. It's not that they're not speaking the truth either, but those ones are up. They have their own agenda. Trust what I am telling you. And people need to start supporting the content creators, especially those who are trying to help others. And the social media want to call us the discontented. Let me read on. Platform stance. TikTok claims it doesn't shadow ban, but controversy arose when documents suggested content suppression for certain demographics. Okay, for certain demographics. Instagram also denies shadow banning, but some users have reported it. We even tried to shadow ban on Instagram. Ourselves with no luck. It goes on. Other platforms, similar principles apply to other social media networks, such as the one I just spoke about just a minute ago. Right, effects. A shadow ban leads to a significant drop in engagement, including fewer likes, and I say it again, including fewer likes, comments, and views. What did I just say? Even before I started reading this article, they do things such as not giving people notifications that these are people who have subscribed to a certain person's channel. They also stop or block viewers' comments. They also do things like dropping in adverts in key points of a person's video. Listen to what I'm telling you. Right? Let me go with that again. Effects. A shadow ban leads to a significant drop in engagement, including fewer likes, comments, and views. And it ends with saying, remember that while shadow banning remains a topic of debate, it's essential to follow platform guidelines to maintain a positive online presence. To have a positive online presence. If you want to remain and have a positive online presence, you have to follow the guidelines and the rules which these social platforms tell you to do. But I go back and I'll say again, they don't want certain information getting out there. They want to try and blinker people. They want people to have their eyes wide shut, blinkered like a horse, rather than their eyes wide open. We're not crazy. People who are waking up, they're not mad. They're not crazy. We're here trying to help other people, right? To see that there's much more than what they're telling you in the social media platforms and even on your main TV programs, which is nothing but programming. They want you to follow their programming. Soon, we'll have no say, no voice. We'll have no say. Soon we'll have no voice unless we push back. And I'm not talking about creating any kind of violence. I'm not telling people to go out there and riot. But unless we start pushing back, we'll have no voice. Because the upper echelons, they want to try and silence us and keep us in their boxes. What is wrong with waking people up? What is wrong with people following their own narratives instead of the narratives of the elite? As Bob Marley once said, truth is an offence, but it's not a sin. Truth is an offence, it's not a sin. It appears that these upper echelon don't want people to know the truth. They want to keep people in the dark so that they can control them. And they do this through fear. They do this through fear. And just before I sign off, I want to say this. They're trying to create these smart cities, these 15-minute cities. They want everyone to be living within these 15-minute cities. They don't want people out in the countryside. They want to keep that for the rich and for the elite. They want to keep us inside the cities so that they can watch us and keep control of us and stop us from doing what we want to do. Is there something wrong with that? It seems so in the eyes of the upper echelons. This is Eldad Amara with another video, and if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe and share. Share my video so it gets out to a wider audience, hopefully. Hopefully this video won't be shadow banned. Eldad Amara.